According to the authors of the book The Society of Genes, the human body is a building made from trillions of building blocks called cells. Cells exchange nutrients and chemical signals. Each cell is akin to a tiny factory, with different types of cells performing specialized functions, all of which contribute to the working of the entire body. How the cell is born, how it evolves using the best practices learned from the natural selection processes, and dies are specified in the genome. It contains the knowledge about using the genes and also a specialized set of cells called neurons to build structures using physical and chemical processes that exploit the laws of transformation of matter and energy, evolve them to create the identity of a self and its interactions with the external world. The autopoietic and cognitive knowledge encoded in the genome execute the life processes. This presentation is aimed at understanding the theory and practice of autopoietic and cognitive behaviors. Both genes and neural networks are the information processing structures to build, operate, and manage both the self and its interactions with the environment. The brain itself consists of the old brain, which controls the sensory and motor functions with embedded, embodied, extended, and inactive, 4E, cognition, and the new brain, which manages the old brain using higher level, elevated, cognitive behaviors of predictive reasoning, memory management, and risk assessment and mitigation. As Jeff Hawkins describes in his book Thousand Brains, the neocortex is the organ of intelligence. Almost all the capabilities we think of as intelligence, such as vision, language, music, math, science, and engineering, are created by the neocortex. When we think about something, it is mostly the neocortex doing the thinking. Your neocortex is reading or listening to this book, and my neocortex is writing this book. If we want to understand intelligence, then we have to understand what the neocortex does and how it does it. Our knowledge of the brain comes from multiple sources such as cerebral angiography, computerized tomography, magnetic resonance imaging, diffusion MRI, functional MRI, positron emission tomography, single proton emission computerized tomography, electroencephalography, magnetoencephalography, and optical imaging, transcranial magnetic stimulation, and ultrasonic neuromodulation. We learn from neuroscience that the neurons that fire together wire together. The knowledge derived from the information provided by the senses is presented in the form of reference frames. A reference frame tells you where things are located relative to each other, and it can tell you how to achieve goals, such as how to get from one location to another. In essence, reference frames provide the knowledge representation of cognitive and autopoietic processes. In this presentation we will explore how the general information theory proposed by Professor Mark Bergin allows us to model autopoietic and cognitive behaviors. We describe the design of knowledge networks. The nodes in the knowledge network that are connected together fire together to execute the autopoietic and cognitive behaviors.